Hey, Carrie.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, Carrie. Thank you for the heads up. I had that line muted, and so it was only picking up on our mics.
Oh, that's okay. I was worried that like maybe it was just me.
No, I was just worried it wasn't something they could fix, that it was just because of Cynthia's phone. So I didn't want to mention it just to make them feel self-conscious.
Oh no, 100% all on me, man. I look up and I'm like, crap.
When you did get it to work, I was like, oh my God. I can hear.
It turned out.
So, yeah, Brandon featured on the outro there.
It sounded amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, my son's pretty talented for being 16, throwing that percussion like that, man. He's something else, man. One of those like being a musician, like I if you suck, I'm gonna be like, hey, maybe you should try soccer or abstract art. Something that doesn't require talent. But I'm just kidding. But he's just and he's so dedicated. If he's trying to save some money so he can audition and send in for DCI. I mean, he's a snare like when he was here, I walked into his room. I was like, what are you doing? Because I kept hearing or whatever on his pad. And he's got like, paper strewn everywhere. And he's like, I'm trying to get these cadences written down. They haven't been arranged or the new arrangements haven't been written down yet. So, and I'm like, what? It's July, like June. What do you like? I want to have it all ready because I've got this, and then I've got band camp starting here, and I need to have it by. I'm like, you have way more discipline than me, way more. What was I gonna do? Is anyone else trying yet? No. Where is the thingy thing? Did you gonna go through those in a minute with us, Cody?
What?
Are you gonna go through those in a minute?
You want me to go through all of them?
No, the your
I can give you a condensed history of your musical theater.
Your choices.
The American musical. Here we go. No, honestly, I couldn't come up with one that I'm super satisfied with. It's a lot of like this or this in that slot. Because this is also very much on the fly. The one thing that I did decide is what I would have the opener as. And that's Newsies. So
yeah, it's a great show.
We would have to have a lot of girls dressed as boys.
We would, but who cares? Honestly, we might have a lot of girls just dressed as girls. So
just have the Newsies, girl Newsies.
Yeah, make the Newsies girls too. It'd be easier that way. So and then for a closer, I don't know if Carrie, you might know this show, I don't know, but Ragtime would be my choice. But Ragtime is my
so good.
Oh my God. Ragtime is is in my top 3 musicals, which I often don't even like distinguish between. Those are like my favorites. And Ragtime is an incredible work of art. It would be difficult to do because we would need a very large African-American cast. We'd probably need, I'd say 10 Black actors, which is significant in Bryan College Station. But it's also difficult to do because it deals with some very difficult social issues, but it is very important. I think it does a masterful job of what it talks about. So yeah, love those. And actually, Rodney, I think Company would be perfect. I've been saying this for like 6 years. I think we have the cast for it. I think it fits super well. It's very easy to do. Like as far as the Sondheim goes, it's some of the easiest music. The set is nothing. You can do it black box if you want to, and it's perfectly fine. It does require like some really strong singers, but we're talking about 10 strong singers. We have those. So I think Company's perfect. Now, personally, I would like to see Merrily We Roll Along come back.
Ooh.
But that's one of those like me and Dobson and like 6 other people would have a great time, and the cast would hate us and no one else would come to the show. So and I know Dobson wants to do it again at some point, but it's one of those like if Sondheim is not a crowd pleaser, Merrily We Roll Along is like nobody knows what it is. So, but it's great. But yeah, no, I thought if we're choosing a Sondheim, Company or Merrily, I think are both good choices. Company is the stronger choice though. And then for the summer show, before that one, I was going with either Cabaret or Fun Home, like as an adult show.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, Carrie. You want to do Fun Home?
either. I would
I know.
would
They're
die to
both
do
so
either.
good.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh gosh.
do you guys know Cabaret or Fun Home?
I know Cabaret.
Yeah, I know Cabaret, but I don't know.
So Fun Home is based on a autobiographical comic book of Carrie. Remind me, what's her name? I'm blanking on her name.
I couldn't tell you, but I just know that there's a lot of gay stuff happens, which is great.
So it's a true story about a woman who she's a lesbian, and she discovers that she's different when she's a kid, and it's about this relationship of their whole family, particularly her and her dad, because as is revealed in the show, her dad is gay, but her dad does not accept this about himself, and it leads to a lot of tension between all the family members.
Fun Home? You talking
Yeah,
Fun
Fun
Home,
Home.
Cody?
It's a very
my-
difficult show emotionally, although it's super easy to do from a technical perspective. The set is very simplistic. The entire thing takes place in like one house for the most part. But yeah, that or Cabaret. Cabaret would sell a lot more tickets. Fun Home would be a lot more of like, do we want to have an impactful show that's just for us? Fun Home's a great choice.
I mentioned before, Bruce Bechtel was one of my dream roles.
Yeah. No,
I think when you have a show like that that's challenging socially, and we have the talent in the theater to do something challenging and take it seriously but have fun with it. And I think more making sure that we're at least having one show like that every year. You can have the big blockbuster one show a year. Let's have the big social, whatever, and artistry show every year. And I think that's one of the. Go ahead.
Yeah, traditionally, it was always like we'd have a Disney show during the season to help support the Sondheim show.
Yeah,
that's true. Right. Well, and David and I, of course, did Passion Assassins, which nothing captured that more, because that was the same season that we did Beauty and the Beast, and Beauty and the Beast was the best-selling show we had ever done. And Passion Assassins
out like 3 weeks in advance.
Yeah, Passion Assassins might have been the worst performing show we had ever done. And I'm not even
probably competed with that.
Yeah, no, there would be like some days, some performances, we literally had like 10 people, and half of them would leave before the end. Like it was nothing. But we weren't doing that. Was one of those shows you're like, I'm not doing this for the audience. I'm doing this because I love this. So
yeah, that's how It Should Have Been You was. But it was so worth it.
I really wanted to make it out. That really did look gorgeous. No. Oh, I was so sad I couldn't make it. So
Should Have Been You was really good.
To review,
Gary, you were fantastic as always. Rodney, you all right?
Yeah, I was there.
Rodney, it didn't seem like you were acting all that much.
Yeah. What? I'm like Samuel L. Jackson. I am who I am.
Oh my God.
I like how Rodney's comparison is that he's Samuel L. Jackson.
I love it.
I'm just one of the greatest actors currently alive. It's fine.
You're just Mace Windu. Yeah.
But yeah, so my first show would be Newsies. My last show would be Ragtime. In between, you have either Company or Merrily We Roll Along. Right before that, you either have Cabaret or Fun Home. Before that, so this is the first show of the year, and that is Pippin or Something Rotten.
See, Pippin was something I thought of doing. I saw it on Broadway HD, and I had to watch it twice.
Dana, I don't know if you realize that Pippin has been a theater company joke for years.
I guess I haven't, because I really want to see it.
Randy was trying to do it for like 10 years, and we've been trying to do it like every season, and it just hasn't worked out because money, or we just don't really have the cast, or we don't have a group that can, because there's a whole circus scenes.
You need a fairly acrobatic cast for that.
Or like one time we like had the rights, we were ready to do it, and then they pulled them at the last minute, and so we had to do another show. I think it was Little Mermaid. I think that was the year we did Little Mermaid or something. And we swapped something else entirely different right before the season opener. It sucked. But yeah, so that one
I'm
or
still
something.
amazed that y'all were able to catch the rights to Les Mis just perfectly timed, because it was off Broadway for just about the amount of time when we did it, and that was it. Then it got back on, and they took the rights away, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, we got it right in that window. And it was, oh my God, Les Mis is the best show we have ever done.
Yeah,
as far as
I agree. I totally agree.
it's up there with all of the other shows that we've done that are fantastic. Les Mis was incredible. But that leaves one more show for our Christmas show. So not including all the side special programs we do, because I could list off like another 10 of those. But for Christmas, we go one of two directions. We go, do we want to make money at like a lot of money, or do we want to make a decent amount of money and do something that we would have so much fun with? Both are Christmas shows. And that's either Christmas Carol by Alan Menken, who's the guy who wrote Little Mermaid. It's incredibly, it's such a good musical. And it's Christmas Carol. Everybody wants to go see it.
And it's freaking Alan Menken. So
yeah, it's Alan Menken. So it's super easy music that's super catchy. We've done it 2 or 3 times, and it's been a success every time. It's great. Or Rent.
Did you say Rent?
Rent.
Yes.
I heard the rights were going to be available for Rent.
Y'all better get on that.
Dude,
Yeah, we've been working.
We're too old for that.
we
I
are too old,
understand
but that
people
don't mean I
working
can't
on
be a
years
passerby
trying to get
number
that.
4.
Rent is another one of those shows that when Dobson first signed on to be the director, one thing that she would say a lot is that before she leaves the theater company, she will put on Rent.
Why do you think they brought Adam Pascal here a few years ago?
Yeah, we did have Adam Pascal who actually came.
Yep.
That would be like, I think I'm generally okay with those. Obviously though, like I want to do all of these. And for those of you who weren't here when I showed the guys, these were all the shows that got rejected.
Oh my God.
So Cody, I'm impressed at your multitasking skills that you were able to compile that list while we were talking about said list within the hour and a half, because
I just ignore you guys whenever I
yeah,
can.
that's pretty much like we're just the background music, right?
Yeah.
Well, Carrie, what shows in your mind would you like to see?
Oh, okay. I have like a lot that like I would want to do, but I know the theater will never do, obviously. But like I think that we could theoretically do Kinky Boots.
Oh my God, I love that.
I was thinking about that because I actually started going down the path of what show could we do that would feature Dustin?
Yeah.
And I think Dustin would be great
100%.
as what's the name of the character that
Lola.
Lola. I think Dustin would be great as Lola.
I would
You might have to fight
soul
Tyler for
go,
it, but
Well, I would love to be the freaking
straight-
straight
the-
butch
the-
cis dude, you
straight
know,
man.
like yeah,
Yeah.
I love that guy. Like I like his
Dennis-
story, his
or
subplot,
Don,
you know, where
Don,
he kind of comes
Don.
around.
Be
Mhm.
Don, right?
Yeah, Don. There you go.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that guy's sub story.
so I thought about that one whenever I was trying to say, all right, let's try and find a show just for one person and keep it.
Yeah. And I think we could totally do it. The rights just became open. There's like nothing like too, too horrible. I mean, it's just drag queens, and we have like a drag show here in town, I don't see why we couldn't do it.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's anything. Within that
It's a
show.
lot more shocking at the outset than if you actually see it. And it's based on Willy Wonka. And so that's how we could sell it. So
Totally. So yeah, I'd love to see Kinky Boots. I think a really cool like a smaller kind of show, like in like one of like the Rocky or like the Who's Holiday kind of like small, like not a part of the season, but like a side season. I think it would be amazing if we could do Songs for New Worlds.
that's on my list.
Sell my soul
What's
again.
not on your
for that
list?
Show.
I just did a quick count, by the way. It's 77 shows. on this show.
That's a long season.
I'm ready. Let's buckle in.
The musical of the week presented by.
Well,
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
we'd
no,
have to
I thought
run
about
them
songs for New World,
concurrently.
but we've never done a song cycle, except for like our concerts, which don't really count. So it's such a, I don't want to call it a show, but it's such a good show.
It's so good, and I already have a cast in my head. So
Mhm.
yep. I would love to do Rent. I would love to music direct Rent. That would,
Mm.
again, I would sell my soul to do that. I don't know. I think those are my like big three. I'd have to think a little bit more about like what would be actually feasible or like, what's the word?
Well,
Yeah, I think
mentioned-
when I was
mentioned
thinking
the-
about a couple of them, it was what could we realistically do at the theater? And I don't think that anything that we've really talked about we couldn't realistically do that we were serious about wanting to
Yeah.
do.
The skating shows are
Well, Xanadu,
Yeah.
I mean, we've
Dude.
done skating shows before.
what?
What
Yeah.
show did we do?
We did The Drowsy Chaperone for one.
Ugh.
And he's
Yeah.
blindfolded for that one. The guy who roller skates on it. We haven't done anything quite on the level of Xanadu or Starlight Express, which we will never do. But I feel quite confident that we could set something up for Xanadu.
That I don't know what it is, and maybe Olivia Newton-John, I don't know. But like when I saw that movie as a kid, I was like, I want to roller skate and I want to find a muse because this is how you live your life, roller skating and muses. But I can barely roller skate.
Carrie in the
Muses aren't
Olivia
real, so.
Newton-John role. What do you think? Carrie in the Olivia Newton-John role.
Oh,
what do you
hell yeah.
Way to slay.
Oh no, Dobson's joining. Great. Everyone shut up.
Godspell is also on my listing.
Oh,
But I was
God,
like, yeah, we could totally do that. But I'd love to like mess with it and make it like super non-traditional.
Not
Because-
boring.
Yeah, exactly. But I love that show. That show is such like a good place in my
Okay.
heart. That and then Jesus Christ Superstar as well, all female cast. What are
We'll
we
do
gonna-
we'll do an all Jesus season. We'll do Godspell. We'll do Children of Eden. We'll do Super.
all female cast.
Yeah.
Just to make people mad.
We can do an all
Throw in
biblical
Book of
season.
Mormon.
Bring back 2x2 or Esther.
Oh, we are never doing Esther. We're never doing Esther or 2x2 again.
David, what were yours?
Hi, Dobby.
I mentioned the jukebox musical in the chat.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, it's in
On
the-
Your Feet,
On your feet.
Gloria Estefan.
Oh wow.
I would love that.
We need just
And
a
I mean,
few more people of color.
yeah, I know there is that small minor little issue there. I don't know if we only had some Hispanic people that could really do well with the part of Gloria.
I'm too old for her now. I can play her mom.
Quiet down
Oh,
over
yeah.
there.
No.
Actually, her mom's a really great part. Can I show you guys the newest addition to mine and Alana's gallery wall?
Sure.
Do you see the smiley face up there?
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the pink one? Yeah.
Courtesy of writer Andrew Dobson.
Oh,
I
Love that.
it's awesome.
Have a good time. That was that y'all. What?
I s-
Crazy.
I said, yeah, I was like, awesome.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I haven't watched the episode, but it sounds like you guys were productive.
Yeah, probably more productive than we've ever been on a show.
Yeah.
Judy,
Oh,
Kitty.
This is my baby. She's howling at the moon.
meet Judy, Annie.
That's your aunt.
Judy.
yep.
The theater cat.
Coco,
Wait.
you want to meet Judy?
That was the cat they found at the theater.
Really?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
have I been? Okay, no.
I don't know.
Um,
I mean, obviously not at the theater.
no, I
I would know. I'm there.
Oh, have
This
you guys
was right
just been having
before one of the
birthdays?
show. This was right before one of the It Should Have Been You shows. I
Oh.
think.
No, it was.
Or no, or yeah, it was a show because
Or during Tech Week or something. I don't know. Pickup rehearsal. I think it was pickup rehearsal.
yes,
Beth stole it from her mother. It's terrible.
No, it was Final Dress.
It's a terrible,
Mm.
terrible story. But it's got a good home now. So
yep.
you're not supposed to do that.
I know. That's what I told her. I was like, that kitten still needs to be with its mother.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah,
like,
it was.
I've got a bottle.
Oh,
Beth.
Mhm.
It's fine.
We did
She's
that
fine
years
now.
ago. We actually did race or got some kittens that we had to bottle feed for. I say we, my wife and her best friend, bottle fed for a little while. So
Ray.
If it hadn't been the first time we'd seen her more times than that. But if we'd seen the mother caring for her, we would have left her. but
Maybe the mother was off getting a little
Yeah,
mouse,
getting food.
getting a little
I
little
saw-
kibble for the baby kitties.
I saw the mother that night, like later that night. I was like, just looking around the.
I wonder what she
dumpster.
was looking for.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the mom now, so back off.
I seen movies that start out like this.
yeah, she's her mother now.
Separated at birth.
Do you sing Mother Knows Best from Rapunzel to her all the time?
all the time.
Mother knows best. Take it from your mumsy. Villains have the best songs.
They do.
Be prepared.
Yep.
Oh, iconic.
What's the one that
Want to hear?
Ursula
Okay.
sings?
Poor Unfortunate Souls.
Yeah.
Love that song.
Great song.
Was yeah, Taylor was Ursula in the last iteration of that, right? I bet she was fantastic. Wait, I may or may not have seen her sing that.
Yeah, because we did it in Rain
You
on
did
Me.
Yeah, in Rain
Is
on
that
Me.
it? No, oh, that's okay. That's
Yeah,
oh,
that
because
is
Kiki
great.
and Catherine dressed back up as
They were the eels.
Flopsum and Gypsum.
Blossom
Jetson,
and Jetsam.
Jetsam.
That's
Whatever.
Meet George Jetsam.
Making words is hard.
It is. When you've been drinking since 3.
Yeah.
Do your homework.
I didn't do my homework because I napped on the couch before the show.
He also made a brand new intro. Did you see it?
Yeah, did you see the intro? Oh
Where
my
was the
god.
Brandon part? I missed that.
Brandon was at the end. His lead guitar is at the end.
That's
Oh,
so fun.
So I'll share it real quick, you guys.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get Coco in.
Yeah, nobody cares. Oh, did you hear? You could hear that?
Hmm?
Oh,
I'm gonna
season
go get some more
2,
ice so I can drink some
episode
more.
43.
I'm ready.
All
Do I have
right.
to film a new intro?
This was the intro for tonight's episode.
Yay.
I will share screen. And I need this, and I need to share sound and share. Can y'all see the black screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Here we go.
Research and development.
All right, so that was the intro.
That was good. That was good. Did Brandon record that?
No, so Brandon wasn't on that piece. That was me on everything but drums, and that was my son playing drums.
That is hilarious.
And then we have the outro, which Brandon is featured on as our lead bit. He did this like a year ago for me or so. It was pretty cool. Share screen, this one, share, and go. There you go.
Noise.
Awesome.
Whomst ever we had.
I noticed that Josie's gonna have to change our logo again. Not only is her hair a different color, it's shorter.
It is shorter. How about that? Lick my knee again. I swear to God, you'll lose that. tongue.
Rodney, that's weird.
I'll put some gravy on it.
No, God,
Oh.
Make it
yeah. So let Brand know that that bit he did for me made it on the show and
I
whatnot.
will. I know that he had a really fun time recording that because he
That
never
was
gets to
so
play music like that. So
He misses that from time to time, does he not?
he does.
Well, I'll crank some more stuff out, I guess, just to have him have fun. Oh my gosh, what a week, man! It has been nuts, just like nut. So, there may or may not be a swimming pool being built in my backyard right now. I know, right? Like I'm so excited, and the problem is my yard is destroyed. Like you guys been in my house, like you see my big old backyard tore up from the floor up. It's terrible. So when
Jacuzzi getting put into the swimming pool, or is it staying out separate?
is what in the
The hot tub, or the jacuzzi
Oh,
staying?
so
going
yeah,
in the-
we are having one built on that is an 8-person instead of a 3-person. So that will be better than having 12 people in a 3-person hot tub. We sold that one. But yeah, I can't
So
wait
you
to.
have- so next cast parties, you'll have 20 people in the 8-person.
Yeah, no, we're not having cast that big. So
Yeah.
yeah.
This
But no,
one's almost that big, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
how many cast members are in Wonka?
Today,
Yeah, I know there's some in flux, but
I don't remember. Not very many. What do we have? We have got 12 Oompa Loompas, 8 winners, and 6 bucket families. So like 27, 28.
wow,
It feels like a lot, but it's physically not very
that's
many.
like little shop numbers.
yeah.
We're looking at the cast sizes. Oh,
What-
and Tuck had about 19 people.
God, but we could cast almost 40 when we casted originally.
Yeah. I just gotta say, like, what collectively TTC was able to do with Tuck, where we did have 40 people and we ended up with 20, and having only several weeks to kind of put it back together when people hadn't touched that music or choreo in a year. It was a piece that I will forever be at the top of my list of how proud I was to be a part of. It was insane. Everybody.
It was pretty magical.
Even though Carrie yelled at me all the time.
Well, Dana.
Not yell. Carrie does not yell.
I see.
She speaks sternly.
Yeah.
Although if she did, she was correct.
Let me say this: if I wouldn't have had to yell at you if
Exactly.
some things were different, So
I'm really glad I got a chance to work in a show more closely with Lucas. He's so talented.
he's so
And
good.
oh my god. And I may or may not have seen own my dance number with him, and the one with Henry. I'm real excited about that too. Henry just slid right into the role, and it was neat, Dobson, working with different people, because the whole scene, the whole experience, the whole environment and emotion of that is different with a different actor. But I can't say enough about Henry. I mean, that kid, he's going to be a star. Leave us all behind.
Agreed.
With you guys doing Willy Wonka, fun fact, when we did Willy Wonka last time, which is the full show, that was the show where I met Adrian Dobson 1,000 years ago. So
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I think I pulled up pictures from that show, and it was I messaged Lisa Hall to say, hey, did we seriously just strap a harness on your child and lift him in the air with what looked like fishing line? And she was like, yeah, pretty much.
and there was no machine or anything. It was just a bunch of guys, show dads in the back, who just hoisted him up on ropes.
Yeah,
Yep.
we were doing that as late as Jesus Christ Superstar the last time as well, trying to.
Yeah,
trying
but
to do
he
that, I
was
should say.
11, so
Yeah. It was a little easier to do him than Derek Lee.
Grandpa Joe was not.
Grandpa Joe was not.
grad-
Grandpa Joe took a few more show dads than Jack did.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name. Who was that?
He was a friend of Elizabeth Thorpe's, and I can't
And that
remember
was like the only show he did.
the
Right?
only show he did. He was
Totally
super
random.
cool. He was super funny. And he only did that one show.
Yeah.
But it was,
That was my third show I was involved in. I was not in the cast. I helped with tech on it. I think I did sound or something for it a long time ago. So
I do have a
Speaking
fun
of-
fact from Jennifer, and it is with Willy Wonka. I think I need to insert it now before we continue.
that's what Brad said.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Hey there, Diva Dads. It's so nice to see y'all again, and I'm so excited to be back to be able to share a fun fact. And since the next show at TTC is Willy Wonka, I thought it would be fun to share a Willy Wonka fact. So Peter Ostrom, who was the child actor who played Charlie Bucket in the 1971 movie, well, it turns out that that was his one and only movie that he starred in. And he grew up to be a cattle veterinarian. So, you know, acting's not for everybody, but I mean, if that's the one movie you're in, he certainly made a good legacy for himself. So I hope y'all are having a good time being back at the theater. And I am very much looking forward to seeing more shows at the theater company. And I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend going into the end of this week. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye.
What
I don't know.
what was this?
She had
Thyroid surgery.
surgery.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Hey.
Is
Yeah,
she
she mentioned
okay?
that whenever we saw her when we were promoting Should Have Been You downtown Bryan a couple of First Fridays ago. She said she was about to have thyroid surgery, but I had forgotten about it until Dana told me that she.
I thought she was just like a little late or early with Halloween. She was
Goodness.
goodness.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks
It's good to have her back.
it's definitely good to have her back.
I had no idea. Right. Jennifer, I'm glad you're okay.
Everything you have in here talks. Oh my gosh, the lights are now flickering.
Because it is the Darth Vader clapper, heard this, thought it was a clap.
Oh my gosh.
Alexa, play Party in the USA.
No, my Alexa is gonna go off.
What is wrong with you?
Been a
Josh,
long
you were
day.
here earlier, but I gave my own like pitch for what I would have a TTC season be, and a real one, not just like because you know if it was me, it would just all be Sondheim. But I thought it was a good set of shows, although a lot of them are very much like this or this because I couldn't narrow it down to 6. So
Show her your
Show
original.
her the rejection list.
okay, well, so
What
He
These
did
are
this
the-
during the show, by the way. During our show, he did this.
yeah,
Surprises me not at all.
yeah.
It surprises me that it's not already laminated and printed.
Well, I have another one on my computer. This was just on the fly. So okay, so we open with Newsies. That one I had decided on. That would be the big Disney show.
This is leaving us, and Hannah Shadanian won't be here, so there's that.
That's not great, but
Wait,
that's
who's
I don't
leaving us?
I am also not there, so that's a problem for you guys to figure out. So and then for Christmas,
Oh,
I was telling them we can go one of two directions. We can make a lot of money, or we can make a decent amount of money and do something that we would have fun with. So if we want to make a lot of money, we do Menken's Christmas Carol.
Okay.
And then if we go the other direction, we go with Rent.
Okay.
Okay.
I kinda-
First show of the season. Or I'm sorry, first show of the year. So it's a new year. We don't necessarily have to do something family friendly, but it should be like in the middle, right? We tend to it's for adults, but not inappropriate. We either do Pippin or Something Rotten.
Okay. Okay. Mhm.
And then for our first summer show, we're moving into adult shows. We're moving into something that is a little bit more, let's see, either cabaret or fun home.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
And then my Sondheim, this is the only slot that Sondheim got. And I went with 2 options. And I told Rodney, I disagree with him. I think it would be a great time to do Company. I think it would be a great show. I don't think we're ready to do Sweeney Todd yet either. So that's part of it.
Not ready.
But that or
I should be able to take the chair apart then.
No. Never.
Yes.
Sweeney Todd, or I'm sorry, Company or Merrily We Roll Along. And like I told them, I was like, you and me would be happy with that, and like 5 of the rest of us.
But see, they're redoing Merrily We Roll Along to go forwards instead of backwards, which intrigues me.
I know.
But if it goes forwards, is it still a good show? I don't know.
Well, I mean, we'll have to see how the new draft is.
I
But
already know.
and
I already
then-
know your feelings on Company from last week's discussions.
Yeah, that we're not doing it until
You're
I can
hold-
be on because
Yeah, you're holding it out until the rights to the new one.
which is opening up on Broadway soon.
Right.
it is. And then for the closer, and it's not necessarily a great closer, but I do think it's a great show, and that's Ragtime.
Oh, oof, oof, the diversity. The diversity.
So
love Ragtime. Back to Before, I think it's one of the best ballads ever written. Wheels of a Dream
Wheels of a Dream is
makes
incredible.
me cry.
There's not a bad song in the show.
That's not true.
Oh, I really don't think there is. And I think it gives great pieces for your chorus. So they actually have like a
Oh my
great
God.
thing to, I mean, the Henry Ford song is so fun in the middle of.
Oh, that's the one I was going to say sucks.
Really?
No, I think that is one of the most difficult pieces to tackle. Yes, you need the diversity, but the people that play some of the villains in the show have to be ready to take on some really heavy
Well,
material.
And it's also it's one of those shows like Les Mis where you don't have a protagonist, you have 15 of them
You have 15 protagonists,
who
but
all
you
need to
have
be
some
strong, like
villains.
singers, actors, everything.
but I mean, we've got a lot of those people. To me,
And-
the hardest roles in the show to fill are the villains because you have to be ready to shoulder.
You
A
got
lot.
Will Conklin is the real, you got to get someone who's real comfortable playing some hard things. And Ragtime is one of those shows. I've loved it forever. I've thought that Ragtime
think I've
would be a great
ever-
show for BCS. The problem is we haven't had
Gotten to be a villain.
those few actors that we need for Cole House and
Just not my
Sarah.
nature.
But now I don't think that's true anymore. I think we have some
100%
actors
dark
who can
side.
pull.
Not my
And
nature.
it's not just Sarah and Full House, though. You have to have an entire ensemble.
That's true. But I mean, we have
Sweet.
there have been times where
We
we have
still
literally
hear
had-
you, doofuses.
It's ridiculous.
we're just-
Dana, hush.
anyway.
Dana, you're drunk.
Yeah, I'm not. This was not my list to be accurate. This was my list to be like, I think that
Not
would
in
be
a
a
bad
good
way. It's
season that
just-
we could
it's
actually
so
reasonably do.
Like,
So,
why would
Still
you
hear you.
turn your car
Dana,
on?
quiet yourself. We can hear you. Your mic is hot. Yeah, mute.
It's muted.
There's a thing called mute.
That's a solid season, Cody. Solid season.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I like how when we started this, Dobson did not believe that was going to be a decent season.
No, of course not.
She was like, "This is going to be completely unreasonable." So
I will tell you though, there's okay, here's what I'll say. There is one Sondheim season on the list for next year, or Sondheim show on the list for next year. And no one has mentioned it except for one person, and it's not on this podcast. And if we get it, if it gets approved, if it happens, I cannot wait to tell this person that they called it, because no, it's neither one of you.
We're waving.
We're waving at David is leaving. So
Oh, okay.
oh, have a good night, David.
bye, David.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a Sondheim show?
I'm saying
But
there's a
nobody-
Sondheim show in the mix, but tomorrow is like my do or die day because I'm sending my side note. There are no other committee reports other than mine.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should have put that together for you. Sorry.
Do I have a committee?
I mean, it was just Mike and
Yeah.
I.
Me?
Mark, but Mark
Huh?
did tell me he didn't have anything to report. So
Yeah, Mike and I, like, it's just, we just met last week and some things and whatever, but
Yeah,
our
we-
committee hasn't met.
but you're supposed to meet next week, right?
Yeah, hopefully. Wait, you were on the email that went out, right?
Yeah.
No one's
Yeah.
replied. No one said anything.
No one has responded.
No
You're-
one.
Granted, one of those people was in France and one of those people is dealing with a lot of life stuff right now. So
I didn't get that email right.
No.
Okay.
Are you on the marketing and strategic planning and
Sort of. I'm in the marketing group.
thing? What do we call it? A preview party mix? No. Okay.
oh my goodness.
Look,
I'll stay in my
just,
lane.
just stay in your.
How big is your lane, Rodney?
So narrow.
No, it's not.
So
Just get the
narrow.
hell out of his way. He's
So
like
narrow.
he's like on Seinfeld where they made the big lanes. He's just taking them all.
The narrowest lane.
Mm.
It's kind of a side road.
It's not very villainy of you.
It's a divergent timeline. Have you been watching Loki?
No, I haven't even
Oh
started
my
it.
god!
I haven't started it because I know if I start it,
I've
Charlotte will
seen
get mad. 'cause I
episode
didn't
2 like 4
start it
times,
with
but
it.
nothing else.
You've done what 4 times?
I've seen episode 2 like 4 times because every time I come home and they're watching it, Aaron and Alana are just watching episode 2. And then when I was at my brother's house, they were watching
Oh.
episode 2. So I've seen that over and over again, but nothing else.
I watched the first episode and was not immediately wowed by it. So I was like, I'll watch the rest of it, but at some point. And then the second one came and I just didn't take the time. So now I'm just waiting for the season to end and I'll just watch it all at once.
Finish
So,
the whole thing.
Did you watch WandaVision?
loved WandaVision.
I did too. That was fantastic.
I thought WandaVision was great. I thought
Brilliant.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier was pretty good.
I haven't watched that one yet.
It was a little heavy-handed to where I think it diminished the very thing that it was trying to like say. And I don't necessarily think that it ended up in the place where it needed to from the like social issue aspect that they were really trying to push. So it was fine. I thought John Walker, is it John Walker? Is that his name? Johnny
Yeah.
Walker, something like
Yeah,
that.
John
This is the
Walker.
same as Scotch, yeah. He was stupid and his
You know-
ending is stupid. And
You know who he is, don't you?
yeah, I know. But,
Kurt Russell's son.
oh, you mean like in real life? No, I thought
Yeah.
you meant the character.
No,
No.
he's Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's son.
He's
That
also
makes
a
sense.
really great episode of Black Mirror. That's how I recognize him.
I think I saw something about Eastwood's kid being in some Marvel something or
Oh, I
other.
did see that.
He was in the Suicide Squad. He was one of the frogmen that swam underneath to try to disarm the bombs. in
Nobody
Suicide
remembers
Squad.
anything Suicide
Yeah, I
Squad.
don't remember
Oh.
anything about that.
Oh, I love that. I love that show.
Terrible.
We're all trying our best
Definitely
to
more
forget it.
Harley
Like
Quinn in it.
if there was like, an eye candy action flick like of that time, that was it. Like I loved it.
Here's what's great, Dana. That movie did so poorly that they're remaking it like 3 years later. And just
Well, and that seems to be a pattern with DC at this time, does it not?
yeah, I just think it's hilarious that you have to we're still live, so I won't swear, but you have to do so poorly that they just remake it and they just put a V in front of it and they're like, it's a new movie. There's never been a Suicide Squad. Don't worry about that other one. That's never been here. We're gonna take like the 2 actors people liked in the first one, and we're gonna keep them and nobody else.
Yikes.
So messed up. Yeah, I wish that because growing up, I was a kind of a dual fan. I like characters from both universes, but anymore it's like I'm still Batman, Batman. But then like the way they've been able to develop the Marvel universe is just so the heads and tails different from the DC universe. It's so much more pleasant to watch and it's more real to me. I don't know. The other one seems like really super sci-fi fantasy, whereas Marvel just, I don't know why, it just seems real. I don't know. It's weird.
DC tries to make everything too gritty.
Yeah, true.
Like, just embrace the Technicolor madness.
Yeah.
And go with
Well,
it.
Oh, it's true.
That, but also like take Batman. You don't have to make Batman gritty. He just is. This is the do you guys know Sweeney Todd, and do you know the Sweeney Todd that Tim Burton made with Johnny Depp?
I've
Yes.
seen,
Hell
yes.
yeah.
Watched
okay.
it recently. Yeah.
If you watch Sweeney Todd, just like the musical itself, you don't have to make it super ominous for people to pick up that he's not a good guy, right? You can trust your audience. They're going to pick up that it's dark. My issue with Tim Burton's thing is the same issue I had with DC. They don't let the characters speak for themselves. So with when Johnny Depp plays Sweeney Todd, he's got this crazy hair and makeup and everything, and it's like you don't need that. This is you're trying to make scary a character who is already scary. And the same thing with like Batman. It's like Batman's already gritty and humanist. Like you don't need to like push it and hit your audience over the head with it. Give them some faith. They'll figure it out.
That's why I
Yeah.
love the Bravo universe, because they let everyone just be themselves, and it is like wild and technicolor. The connections are amazing. It's like real life gritty. Carrie, we gotta watch the Housewife and the Hustler.
I have it paused right now on my TV. The Real
What do you
Housewives-
mean? You're watching it without me?
No, sorry. A different episode.
Okay, Well-
no, girl, I would never watch it without you. Come
because
on.
I've been holding out.
Yeah, I've also been holding out.
Harry.
Anyway,
Yeah, and I think like when Ben Affleck, I saw him. Like you're right. The direction he got was, I'm sure, be brooding, right? And you don't
Okay, but
have
can we
to
talk
be.
about his current direction, which is back with J Lo.
What?
Yeah.
It makes me so happy. It's so nostalgic and sweet, and I hope it's real.
He is just really heading down the self-destructive path, isn't he?
You know,
Well, okay, so here's the thing. Oh, yo,
You-
we
you
just
do
connected
J-Lo.
the Bravo universe to the DC universe.
J-Lo again.
Hold on. Do you know
you know-
why? Wait, do you know why they're dating? And do you know why J-Lo and A-Rod broke up?
Because A-Rod was a
A-Rod's
dog.
Because
Oh my-
That's TV magic live, folks. You don't
no,
get
but
that
here's how the universes connect. They broke up because A-Rod was cheating on J-Lo with Madison LaCroix, who is a star of Bravo's Southern Charm.
really?
That's like a circle of wow.
All the uni-
I don't even,
I'm
it's
not
amazing.
kidding. I'm not kidding.
And I don't know what you just said.
But that's how all the circles on circles. Our universes have now connected. We're all in this together.
All right. There you go.
Bravo brought J-Lo and Ben Affleck back.
What's that app that you have a sound and it recognizes the song? What is that?
Shazam.
Shazam. Do you think that would decode what she said? That Shazam. Say that again.
All you have to do is listen to me.
Shazam.
Dobson, have you seen the trailer for Respect with Jennifer Hudson?
Which is the one with Mark Maron?
I don't think it's that one.
He's in the one with he is in the one with Jennifer Hudson. So
Oh, is he? About Aretha Franklin?
Because the other one is Cynthia Erivo.
I didn't. Okay, I don't know about this one. I will need to look that up too. Anyway, the trailer, I saw it when I saw In the Heights, and that trailer blew me away. I cannot wait for that. So.
Wait for that either.
I don't know when.
This is obscure, but do you guys remember when Twitter first started like gaining hype? Do y'all remember the story of Zola, the like crazy stripper that took the girl on the ride, and it was like this wild story on Twitter? It was like the first like Twitter saga. Well, they made a movie out of it, and it's in theaters, and I want to go see it this weekend if
Wow,
anyone wants to come with me.
What on earth? I don't know what
For
this is.
weekend, but I can maybe go the weekend after this weekend.
Perfect.
Oh, by the way, Caden might miss rehearsal tomorrow.
Good. Don't tell me. Tell Brittany.
Kinky Boots came up by
Yes,
Carrie,
because
and we should
Bridget, but
we got to do that show.
We should do it just to feature Dustin.
I love that show.
okay, but you have to get me 6 to 8 statuesque male drag queens that can dance in heels.
Yeah, Brandon will be one. I could be one. Why do I have to be
we've
statuesque?
done
Yeah, why
House
can't I
and
just-
Don't body shame
Because
me.
they are meant to be showgirls.
And
I can't do La Cage aux Folles.
Oh,
We've done
oh my land.
Whorehouse.
I'm
And like I'm not,
Two different
offended.
things. No. 2 different things, Cody.
I am
Very
offended.
I mean I get what you're saying, but
I can't remember what I was looking for.
listen, I've said that I will sell my soul a lot tonight, but I would sell my soul to music direct Bacage. I'm just saying.
La Cage is one of my favorites, but you have to literally have a chorus line of men,
Yeah, it would be impossible.
like high kicking chorus line men.
Yeah, I hurt my knee just going up and down the freaking platform in the back of a stage.
I can totally high
I'm
kick
not high kicking.
Like 16 dominants. Like we would need,
and wear platforms.
I need dancers on conveyor belts.
I can do that.
Who y'all have all seen Kinky Boots, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't actually love the show. I think Priscilla, Queen of the Desert is a stronger musical and stronger story. But Kinky Boots has one of my favorite choreography moments of all time. And it's when they're having the boxing fight and they're creating the like boxing ring, and there's a drag queen that does like a pivot turn, falls into a death drop, and the leg pops up and pulls the ropes to create the corner of the ring. And my jaw dropped. I gasped. I give them
gagged, you're
all the awards. I was like, that's the most brilliant thing I've ever seen on stage ever.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I think
It was amazing. It literally blew my mind. I was like, that is the most clever and inventive thing I've ever seen.
Can we not do Memphis?
Diversity.
What-
That is Memphis is something to work towards. There
Yeah.
are things in my brain that are putting us in that direction, but Memphis is you need to have a black cast.
it's like half black.
It's more than half black
Yeah, it's. I mean, that's
That's
like
true.
that's like Motown levels.
because it's another story where like race isn't a suggestion. Part of the story is
That's
about
what it is.
race
Yeah.
and the segregation of music.
This is why I think tragically we'll never
Have
be
you
able to
seen
do Parade. This among other reasons, but
Fantastic.
I think Parade.
Get to that
I think
point.
Parade is such a good show.
Parade's okay. I
I
like
like
Parade.
that. It will be like,
Hey, girl.
oh yeah, it's cute.
I love Parade. Parade is like honestly
Okay.
Corey Barron. I was having breakfast with him recently.
I'll
and
just sip
he
my
was
drink
asking-
on the side.
he was asking about shows
Those are you
that
doofuses.
he was asking about shows that he should learn, and one of the ones I told him was Parade, just because there's some great music in there for him, and but also like there is not a single musical that I know of that has a sadder ending than Parade, and it hits me so hard every time, and I love it. So
Interesting.
I've seen Pippin. I've seen all these. This is the best add-on ever. I'm telling Rodney, this is the best add-on ever to Prime Video is Broadway HD.
Yeah, we have it.
It's an add-on to Prime. I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I love it. That's
Oh,
what
hey, you
Maddie
also
and I
have
would
Broadway
have those
HD.
kind of weekly
Where's
movie
Maddie?
nights.
How's Maddie?
I thought she might come by tonight, but she's fine, just busy, just working hard. She's literally working very hard.
Good for her.
Yeah, it's good. Cool. I think we're at pretty close to the end. We got about 5 minutes left or so.
Or we
Uh,
could
we can wrap it up. Is this I didn't get the text from you to say wrap that up, Dana. So.
Oh my gosh.
And Mike's not here to say, yeah. So go
No,
on
he's
to
not
the
here.
Mike is
internet.
never here at this point. What are you talking about?
when has
Oh,
Mike
it's
been
true.
here for Dad? Just for Dad's After Dark, period. But that's this long in Dad's After Dark.
Y'all don't have to wrap it up. I'm just out of wine, so I might be wrapping it up.
Oh no, it's fine. I got to work tomorrow. So
Do you?
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It has actually been like I can't start drinking till about 4 instead of 3. So it's been
You say things like that, and you're trying to convince me that you work a lot.
I do. Actually, I went into the office for the first time in months a couple days ago, and it was literally like me and 3 other people that are in different departments, and that was it in our big old huge building across from the Stella. And yeah, because there's no distractions, I literally was done with everything I needed to do by 11.
Can
And
we
I
do
was
a
like,
count for literally?
literally Rob Lowe just in my head. Ever since that, I say it all the time now. It's stupid.
Karen, when so I find Rob Lowe as a person now to be kind of annoying because he just
Quite.
assumes that character so much. But Karen Wynn suggested he has a podcast called Literally because that's how much he's just. But he did an episode with Jason Alexander that was all Broadway talk, and it was really good.
Was Rob
Really?
on Broadway?
No. Rob Lowe wasn't, but he had Jason Alexander, so all they did was talk.
Jason
Broadway.
Alexander was on Broadway.
He was in Merrily We Roll Along. Duh.
Really?
He was in the
He was
version
good.
of Cinderella that Josie was watching today.
The
With
Brandy
the-
version.
Yeah, Whitney Houston and Brandy.
Duh.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Best version.
It's so good.
Yeah, I came across the Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella from 1967 or whatever on the yeah. But what was funny is I took a screenshot of it and sent it to my sister, and I go, "Do you remember when Mom made us watch this as kids?"
You know who's in the newer version, right? It's little Camilla Cabello as Cinderella and frickin' Billy Porter as the fairy godmother.
Why don't I know who these people are?
Billy Porter, Kinky Boots.
Kinky Boots.
Yeah.
Actually, he wasn't.
Pay
Billy-
attention.
Billy Porter wasn't in the version we watched.
No.
Billy Porter's not in the film version of Kinky
Mm-mm.
Boots.
Mm-mm.
Billy Porter was the original.
Yeah, he was the original Kinky
He's the
Boots.
original
You've seen
one.
him before.
Billy Porter's done some amazing things. Billy Porter is the inspiration for Tyler's Act 2 costume, and it should have been you. Thank you, Shannon Van Zandt.
Yeah. Come on, people.
Pay attention, please.
As much as I like Pippin, I don't think we could do it. And I say that because Maddie got about 15 minutes in and was like, I don't want to watch this. This is dumb.
What show were you talking about when I went away?
Okay, so Pippin is interesting. Pippin, it's hard to do that show now because now people have the revival expectation of like Cirque du Soleil.
It was such a flop when it first came out because it was not a good show. And then the revival made it
I don't know.
one of the most in-demand shows of all. Like the revival is fantastic. It's so visually stunning.
Gary
but it's,
for Pippin.
it is impossible to do. So it's
But
so
I
difficult.
love
But yeah, it's great. It's gorgeous too. And I love the ending. So
It's a good show.
This guy-
It's a good show. I don't know. It's one that I think people who love classic musicals are like, yes, I love Pippin. But then if they watched it, they're like, do we love it? I don't know.
I remember, like, I think I texted you, Dobby, when I find this
You
this
did.
kind of stuff, and I always text you like, what the hell is happening here, or why is this like, what the hell is a rum tum tugger when I was watching Cats? So like I remember sending that to you and being like,
What the hell is this?
what the hell is this? But I loved it. I've seen it 3 times by myself and tried to watch it with her. It was
I
good.
think my favorite is when the plot of Miss Saigon was unveiling itself to you, and you were like,
Yes.
"What?"
Oh my god. I've had too much to drink. It's about time to wrap this up.
were you not understanding the plot of Miss Saigon?
No, it's not that he didn't understand it; he didn't know it. And so, as things happened,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like imagine being a young lad and seeing that for the first time. Like that's where I was. I had never seen it and had no idea. I just knew it was supposed to be a good musical. And oh my god, it was phenomenal.
Very complicated musical with a complicated legacy.
So does he just live tweet all every time that he's
Just to
puts on a
Dobson.
musical, just live
Just a
tweets it to Dobson? I'm sorry,
not so much
Dobson.
a live tweet. It's more of like, "Did you know this? Have we done this? Is this how?" Yes. No. Yes.
I love it though. I love it.
When he asked me if we'd done Miss Saigon, I was like, "Of course not." Like,
You say that, but we've done King and I
But
like
see,
7
and in
times.
my head, like I don't even
I know.
even
But,
think
like,
I'm just saying,
let's talk
it-
about it.
It would not be out of the realm of possibility. We've done the same thing with
No,
another
because we
show.
almost did it. It was
I know.
almost in the season.
I know. Miss Saigon is a it's something of a pariah in musical theater these days because for so long it was done in yellowface because of course it was. And
Only by bad community theaters, though.
but I'm talking professional.
I've only ever seen it cast appropriately.
No, it was a thing where because the guy who plays the engineer in the 25th annual or the 25th anniversary,
Putnam County Spelling
yeah.
Bees.
he had done it years before in a more minor role, and he's talked a lot about how everyone was white and what that was for him, that he was one of the few actors of color. So but I don't know, regardless though, it's done by a lot of productions that can't support a fully Asian cast because there's only like 2 white people. Well, no, there's more than that. There's not many though.
Well, there's
Um,
the entire military, but
but there's not actually that many members. There's you can do it with like 3 people. So although in the concert version they did it with a black man as the captain, so which is great.
Chris brought it. The cast was fairly diverse.
Yeah, it's a beautiful show with incredible music. But yeah, I don't know that Bryan College Station will ever be able to do it. So
I mean, never say never, but
yeah, no, it could
Never say
yeah.
never. All right, guys. We're at the hour mark. I really appreciate you jumping in and being a part of this.
We're ending on the depression of Miss Saigon.
Okay, well then say
Gary,
something
say
else.
something funny.
Oh, I can't be put on the spot in such a way, so I refuse.
Well, that was a good way. At least it's lightening it up. No, seriously, thank you guys for watching. And catch us. I don't know. We're trying to maybe do these a little more frequent again, and that would be awesome. If not, we'll see you when we see you. But We do love you guys, and y'all have a good one. Bye.
Bye.